Welcome to Risk Watch. I'm Jonathan Ferguson. Staying ahead of fair lending risks can be a challenge. Many institutions rely on fair lending system models to evaluate whether their decisioning and pricing systems are fair. However, simply assuming these models are working as designed can be a costly mistake. Here to explain how fair lending model validation can keep your institution in the clear is Ken Agle of AdvisX. Ken?
Thanks, Jonathan. As there has been more emphasis in recent years on fair lending, more institutions have turned to automated decisioning and pricing systems. And then, to help evaluate whether these automated systems are fair and working properly, many institutions have also implemented fair lending systems that apply models or algorithms to determine whether the automated decisioning and pricing systems are treating applicants fairly relative to the prohibited factors such as race, gender, religion, age, etc. But the questions are, have the models used by the fair lending systems been set up correctly, and are they working as intended? Assuming the answer to these questions is yes, has gotten many a fair lending examination off to a rough start when the regulators do a little digging and find out otherwise. This is why it's essential to validate your fair lending model to verify its accuracy and effectiveness. When an institution uses both an automated decisioning pricing system and a fair lending monitoring system, it needs to evaluate both models. Regulatory agencies warn financial institutions that incorrect or misused models can have serious consequences. Validating a fair lending model uses similar principles to an anti-money laundering validation. The fair lending system, like the AML system, draws from data supplied from another source, such as a loan production system. Those data are then run through a series of algorithms to provide understanding of the data and to identify files that need further investigation. In the BSA AML world, areas that need further investigation are usually called alerts. In the fair lending world, these alerts could be credit files identified for comparative file review. All decisioning and pricing models, as well as fair lending models, are based on regression analysis, using select analytical methods, principles, and algorithms. If you're familiar with these methods, you know that they are subject to potential manipulation that can vary the outcome due to the settings and interpretations. While the manipulation may be justifiable and supported, there could also be irrational anomalies that require further explanation or revision. Periodic independent validation is critical here because it provides statistical support for decisioning and pricing and forms the primary basis for comparative file selection. This can be a crucial evidence supporting an institution's lending fairness. Validation is a two-step process. The first step is to review the output from the system's model and compare it back to the source information based on the known algorithms. We call this a back-to-front effort, meaning that the validation is taking the output of the system, or the back, and comparing it to the sources, or the front. However, this by itself does not fully validate the model. It requires a second step, which is to independently take the source information and assess whether the model has properly handled that information. We refer to this as a front-to-back process. Models should also be evaluated for system effectiveness. It is important that the validation team process the data using an independent set of algorithms to confirm the outcome relative to decisioning and pricing. When a fair lending system also generates candidate applications for comparative file review, the team should also independently validate that part of the process. The benefits of using an automated decisioning and pricing system or a fair lending system are clear, but the stakes are high. Financial institutions count on them to be doing what they have been tasked to do. That's why periodic independent testing of the models used by these systems is an integral part of a sound fair lending program.
Thanks, Ken. To learn more about fair lending model validation or to contact Ken, please visit riskinbox.com/resources. I'm Jonathan Ferguson for Risk Watch. Thanks for watching.